family, talking about my brothers and me. We don't have a pedigree, but we're brothers. We might follow different dreams. We might play on different teams. Where it counts behind the scenes, we're brothers. Life is full of stress and strife. You lose a lover, leave a wife. A brother's a brother for all your life. We'll be brothers.
Good! Yeah, that's it. It's funny!
When the red, red robin comes bobbing along. Hello.
Steady, steady, one.
My God, it's a door-to-door Clorox commercial.
Now that's a smock of another color.
What do you say, Donald? We're looking for a fourth.
Oh, guys, I'd love to, but as you can see, I'm up to my baby blues in reds, yellows, and an occasional periwinkle.
Wow. These are something.
You really think so?
Sure, I can't even see the numbers.
There aren't any numbers, silly.
Well, that explains why it looks like a nacho appetizer.
Everyone's a critic.
Donald, when did you start painting?
Oh, I used to dabble some in my youth, but then I got so caught up in my writing, I let the painting slide.
That wasn't necessarily a bad thing. What do you call this smorgasbord?
I call this man's inhumanity to man.
Well, it's certainly punishing.
Penny. Donald, I, for one, think you got talent.
Well, thank you, Cliff, but you don't have to say that.
No, I mean it. I've seen worse things bolted to the walls of a Holiday Inn.
You're too kind.
Donald, what do you call this one?
Oh, sure, I tell you and then you make fun.
No, I like it.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Donald.
Okay, I call this the wit and wisdom of Mel Gibson.
I can see where you've blended the various earth tones to capture the essence of the Road Warrior period.
Joe, I didn't know you knew anything about painting.
Hey, when you play football in college, you take a lot of courses in art.
Donald, what do you plan to do with all these?
Oh, I don't know. It's always been my dream to have a showing, but getting into a gallery is... Oh, well, it's always been my dream.
Donald, you know, the Point After's closed on Mondays. If it's that important to you, you can have your showing there.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, have it your way.
All right, you talked me into it.
Great. It'll add a touch of class to the place.
Yeah, like that sign you put up. No shoes, no shirts, no service.
To think, my work on display for everyone to see. It's hard to believe.
Which is a good title for the show.
Penny, I'm going to count to 3.
Donald!
1, 2...
I was kidding! They belong at the Met.
Really?
Well, in the basement.
Joe, I can't thank you enough for letting me use the restaurant.
Oh, no problem. Have you invited a lot of friends?
Oh, you know, just a few from work. Some from the Velvet Spike, my bridge club, the Friends of Animals, my volleyball team, and of course, my Swami.
You have a Swami?
Well, actually, he's a third cousin. I'm doing it as a favor to his mother to help launch his career.
Donald, how does an array of wine, cheese, and seedless grapes sound?
Like the 3 basic food groups for any homosexual.
Great.
So, you know, this could use a touch more blue.
Donald, it looks wonderful. What is it?
I call it Time Marches On.
Why?
Because Mona Lisa was already taken.
Donald, is it true that Leonardo da Vinci was also a homosexual?
What do you think? Those anatomy drawings were purely conjecture?
He did have a flair for detail.
I just want everything tonight to be perfect.
Donald, remember, you are just here to have fun.
Well, obviously, you have never heard of Homer L. Wallingbush III.
It's probably a safe bet.
He's only the owner of the Wallingbush Gallery, and he is coming to view my work.
You're kidding, a gallery owner?
You believe it? My pal Joey does his wife's hair, and he promised to stop by tonight. He prides himself on finding undiscovered genius.
Now, Donald, don't get your hopes up. You know how devastated you were when the Colbys was canceled.
Okay, so chaining myself to the ABC building was a mistake. But this could be the start of something big. Imagine the agony and the ecstasy of Donald Maltby.
Hey, hey, hey!
And also the misery.
Hey, Lou.
Joe, I got these lights you wanted. Hey, what's all this junk?
Lou, they're not junk. They're Donald's paintings.
Jeez, I hope he didn't pay too much for them.
He didn't pay anything for him.
Oh, then he got them for what they're worth.
Lou, he painted them himself. Don't you understand?
Kelly, save your breath. I wouldn't expect Lou to understand.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Whistler's sister. I just happen to be the artist in residence at the Rhino Lodge. You should see the way I captured the St. Patty's Day keg wars.
You couldn't paint a toenail with a spray gun.
Guys. Lou, why don't you help me put these lights above the easels?
Gonna light these things up? Jeez, Donnie, you might want to reconsider.
Lou, I happen to be very proud of my work.
Why? I mean, Donnie, here you committed the cardinal sin of painting.
Oh, and what's that?
You can't tell if it's hanging upside down.
Okay, I don't want to hear any more of this. Does anybody want to join me for dinner before the show?
Sure, Donald. Lou, can you handle these lights by yourself?
I can do this with my eyes closed, which ain't a bad idea.
Why, thank you, Lou. Well, dinner awaits.
And fame is not far behind.
I like the way you think, Red.
Dee-dum, 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 dee-dum. Time marches on. Ooh. Jeez, what an eyesore. What's he thinking about? What's he got in his head? Tooey. Then again, it ain't nothing that can't be fixed.